Hey Joe,
Hello.
how you doing?
Very good, man. Thank you for joining.
It's been a minute since the last fight. You've now had a couple months to think about it. Just what are your overall thoughts on the first matchup now months later?
Um, I obviously say I wish we didn't even have to do a rematch, and I would have just finished it there. That's my initial thought. I thought, I was on the road to, and that would have been great. Then I wouldn't have to go through all this or all that I did go through to get to this one. But, make it sweeter in a way to go in there and get the redemption. It's obviously great that it lined up with the Fight Island, and I get to experience this. This is great and fresh and just pure for me to do this. So that's really good too. But yeah, in general, I just look at that fight and I'm just like, I should have just beat him then.
I mean, with everything going on, with the way the first fight went down, when you go back to training, is there a lot of tactical changes you feel you need to make? Is it more mental, just feeling like you need to be more dialed in than you were the first time? Talk to me about mentally preparing for an instant rematch.
Yeah, a lot of it is technically. Mentally, my preparation and everything leading up to it was, if you heard any of my interviews and just kind of what I felt there, like, I never felt better in that regard and the preparation. It was literally perfect for me. That part of it was perfect. When I say, like, when people say they have the best camp and preparation of their life and stuff, they typically just say that. Like, I can point to 2 camps that I had the best preparation, and that was one of them. So, in that regard, it wasn't a lot of changing, but tactically, you do get some data from the fight and what it feels like to be in there with him. I have great coaches, so I let them handle that more so. And, don't try to obsess on it and just try to get better than I was the last time and listen to what they tell me as far as the changes that they think we should make.
I'm sure you've asked this a lot, but just really, considering it's on Fight Island, considering the way the last one went and everything else, can you put into words what it would mean to you to pick up that belt on Saturday?
It mean a lot. Winning the belt in the UFC is a dream for every single person that walks into an MMA gym. So for me, it's been like a lifelong up and down, bumpy journey with a lot of adversity in between it. So, you can't put into words, honestly, I think what it would feel like. Dedicating your life to something and having it like, the highest highs of it, but also having it ripping your heart out, then finally like getting it. I don't know how it's gonna feel. I feel like at the end of the day, it's hard to be like, oh, I'm done and I arrived, because there's still something else to do. So I don't know. It'll be hard to put into words, but like that's what's great about it is you can't describe that feeling until you feel it, and that's why you fight. Like, you don't know how the fight's gonna go, how it's gonna feel in there, and you just you don't know how great it's gonna feel. You can probably not even imagine it. And so yeah, I think it's hard to put into words, but like I said, at the same time, I feel like I go back and I just be like, you know what, I should have just done that last time. I should have just done that in February. Just the fact, like, he's kind of like, he's like a villain, to everybody, I think. And I don't like him, and like that is rare for me. Like you said, it's not personal because I don't really know him, personally and everything. But no, I definitely don't like him. It definitely makes you want to go out there and hurt someone worse because, when you fight, you win, you're like, oh, you hurt him, by proxy, winning an MMA fight. You kind of have to. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, like, I just want to put this guy away. I just want to shut him up. And I just don't like him. And that rarely happens in my career, but I actually had someone ask me earlier. They said, "Well, is that a good thing?" And I said, "Well, the only people I haven't liked and felt that I wanted to do that to the same similar way that I could compare was Miguel Torres back in the WEC, ruined him, and then Henry Cejudo, and beat him, was his last loss, and that was a great fight as well. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good track record for that feeling, I think. But you know, it's nothing crazy emotional. It's just like, you know, you're actually fighting a guy you don't like. Not worried. Not worried at all. I invite it. I really hope he does try to grapple and test me there. I think I'm the best grappler in the division and feel confident with anybody there. So yeah, not worried about that.